The sun poured into the Johnson family's modest suburban home, painting golden streaks across the nursery walls. Baby Ella, barely 15 months old, sat in her crib, humming a soft gibberish tune to herself. Her favorite stuffed giraffe, Mr. Boing, was tucked beneath her chubby arm. Thank you for joining. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Good morning, sleepy buck, said Emily Johnson, scooping her daughter into her arms. Ella giggled, planting a wet kiss on her mother's cheek. Emily, 31, was the picture of a young mother, tired, beautiful, always multitasking. She glanced over her shoulder. Tyler, can you grab her diaper bag? I already packed her snacks. From the hallway, her husband Tyler's voice echoed, Yep, got it. Don't forget the sunscreen. It's blazing out already. It was their first full weekend as a family in over a month. Tyler had been working late nights at the hospital, and Emily, a freelance illustrator, had been buried in deadlines. So today, they made a pact. No phones, no work, just Ella and the park. They arrived at Marigold Park around 10:15 a.m., the exact kind of place that existed in nostalgic childhood memories. Fountains bubbled in the center, children laughed at the playground, and sunlight filtered perfectly through the maple trees. Tyler set up a blanket near a shady tree while Emily pushed Ella in her stroller toward the pond. Let's feed the ducks, Emily said brightly. Ella clapped. Nearby, a man in a gray hoodie sat quietly on a bench, tossing crumbs to the pigeons. He had a slow, deliberate manner, as though time didn't touch him. He didn't glance at anyone. But he noticed everything. Oh! He'd been sitting there for 47 minutes. His fingers trembled slightly as he tossed another crust of bread. He wore an old digital watch with a cracked screen. It beeped once. He looked up, right on time. He watched Emily push the stroller. From his pocket, he pulled a folded piece of paper, not worn, but creased with precision. A photograph. It was a baby. Ella Johnson. He placed the photo carefully under the bench. Then stood, walked slowly to the trash bin, and deposited the empty paper bag. As he passed Emily and Ella, he said nothing, but Ella's eyes seemed to lock onto his. She didn't smile. She didn't cry. She stared. Emily noticed. Weird, she muttered under her breath. The man exited the park without a sound. Just as he disappeared behind the far gate, Emily's phone buzzed. Tyler was texting from the blanket. Forgot her sippy cup. Can you grab it from the car? Emily glanced at Ella. She was strapped securely in the stroller. The park was filled with people. She made a quick decision. I'll be literally 90 seconds, she whispered, turning the stroller to face her and locking the wheels. Mama will be right back, okay? Ella blinked. Emily ran off toward the parking lot. 70 seconds. That's all it took. Emily jogged briskly across the grass toward their sedan. As she opened the back seat to retrieve the sippy cup, her phone buzzed again, this time a call from her sister. She picked up. Hey, can I call you back? We're at the park and… Wait, her sister interrupted, voice low. I just saw the weirdest thing on Facebook. Is Ella okay? Emily frowned. Yeah? She's right. She turned. She froze. The stroller was gone. Gone. She sprinted. Nearly stumbled. Heart in her throat. A scream forming before her brain could catch up. Tyler! People turned. An old woman dropped her iced coffee. A teenager gawked. Tyler came running, confused. What happened? Ella, she was right there. They both looked around, spinning, searching. Nothing. The stroller had vanished, silently. No crying. No sound. Just an empty space where a child used to be. Oh! Chaos. A mother's scream cuts sharper than a siren. Emily's voice cracked the air. Call 911. Someone took my baby. A nearby jogger rushed over. Did you see anyone? What happened? Tyler was already dialing, hands shaking. Yes, my baby's missing. 1 year old. Marigold Park. Gone. Just disappeared. People flooded the area. A daycare group huddled their kids together. Park rangers ran toward the scene. And still, No stroller. No sound. Nothing. A child gone in broad daylight. A young couple stepped forward. We saw a man, maybe mid-40s, grey hoodie. He was here earlier. Watching. He left just a few minutes ago. Emily's eyes widened. The man with the pigeons. A park staffer said, "We have cameras. 3 angles. Let's check." They ushered the parents into the security office near the restrooms. The footage was grainy, but it didn't lie. At 10 hours 16 minutes and 32 seconds, the stroller sat beside the bench. At 10 hours 17 minutes and 45 seconds, a man, average build, hood pulled low, walked past. He stopped. Glanced around. 10 hours 18 minutes and 1 second, he calmly grabbed the handle of the stroller, unlocked the brakes, and wheeled it away. No hesitation. No rush. As if it was his child. Tyler stood frozen. Who the hell is that? Why does he look so normal? Emily trembled. He's not a junkie. He's not panicked. He's collected. The park ranger paused the video. Here. Zoom in. As the man turned, the camera caught a flash of something on the back of the stroller, a blue sticker. White letters. Gabriel Blake. Emily gasped. What the hell is Gabriel Blake? The ranger turned to his monitor. Typed quickly. In 14 seconds, a result popped up. Gabriel Blake, ex-child therapist. License revoked. Last known address, unknown. 2013, accused in disappearance of a foster child. Case dismissed. The room went silent. Emily backed away from the screen. Her voice cracked. Oh my God. He's done this before. Oh. The police station buzzed. Emily and Tyler sat in a dim interview room, shock clinging to them like static. Detective Rivera entered. Sharp. Composed. Late 40s, with tired eyes that had seen too much. He tossed a thick file onto the table. Gabriel Blake, he said, flipping it open. A grainy photo stared up at them. A man, mid-40s, dark hair turning grey, calm eyes that felt too empty. He was a child therapist in the early 2000s. Worked in the foster system. From the outside, squeaky clean. Polished. Even won awards for his connection with traumatized kids. Emily leaned forward, voice brittle. But something happened? Rivera nodded. 2013, a 5-year-old boy named Caleb went missing from Blake's home during a private therapy weekend. Kid was never found. Tyler's jaw clenched. And he walked free. No proof. No evidence. Blake claimed the kid ran off. They found no struggle, no blood, no DNA. Case was dropped. Emily whispered, and now he has our child. Rivera paused. That name on your stroller, Blake's name, that's deliberate. He wanted to be seen. This wasn't random. Emily blinked hard. Why would he take Ella? Rivera gave them a long look. We're gonna find out. A SWAT team kicked in the door of a derelict property in the industrial district. Rusted walls. Broken windows. No electricity. But inside. Red. An entire room, draped in red velvet curtains. A child's crib sat at the center, too pristine for the setting. Toys were arranged in a perfect circle. A single white baby shoe rested on the pillow. Detective Rivera arrived minutes later. No signs of Blake, the forensics tech reported. But look at this. He handed Rivera a page from a leather-bound notebook found in a hidden drawer. They leave their children in the open. Vulnerable. I save them. I bring them peace. I erase the noise of the world. Rivera's brows furrowed. He thinks he's rescuing them? Another officer entered. We found cameras. Wired to a remote cloud server. Check it, Rivera snapped. The screen blinked to life. Footage, a room. Cozy. Blankets. A soft mobile hanging above a crib. And Ella. Alive. Quiet. Staring at something off camera. Rivera's voice was steel. We're close. Oh. That night, Tyler's phone buzzed. A voicemail. No number. No ID. Just a single file. He pressed play, heart pounding. Don't panic. She's warm. She's safe. unlike the others. Don't involve the police again, or you'll never see her. The voice was female. Calm. Controlled. Emily sat frozen. That wasn't Blake, she whispered. Rivera confirmed it hours later. You're right. That's not his voice. We ran it. No match in any system. Emily was pacing now, frantic. So Blake has a partner? A woman? She was there. With Ella. Rivera nodded. We believe so. This woman may be helping him hide the children. Or worse, selecting them. But why Ella? Tyler asked. We're nobody special. Rivera said nothing for a moment. Then pulled out an old case file. A photo. A girl. Dark hair. Big brown eyes. Holding a doll. Emily gasped. That's me. Rivera nodded. You were in the system for 6 months as a child. Foster placement. Willow Creek Orphanage. Tyler stared. You never told me. I barely remember it, Emily whispered. Rivera looked grim. Gabriel Blake volunteered at Willow Creek. He may have known you. Known her. This isn't random. This is connected. The story hit the media like wildfire. Baby abducted in daylight, the headline screamed. Ella's face was on every screen. But public opinion was cruel. Comments poured in. Who leaves their baby alone, even for a second? This feels fishy. Maybe the mom did it. Neglect isn't a mistake. It's a choice. Emily scrolled, tears streaking her cheeks. I shouldn't have left her, she whispered. Tyler hugged her. Stop. Don't let them get inside your head. I turned for 7 seconds. You're human. Not psychic. She buried her face in his chest. I see her everywhere. I hear her laugh. But she's not here. Just then, her phone buzzed. A message. No number. Just a comment. Locker 41. Central Station. Before midnight. Central Station was nearly empty at 11:42 p.m. Emily, Tyler, and Rivera moved swiftly through the tiled halls, heading toward the long row of storage lockers. Locker 41. Rivera inserted a universal key and swung it open. Inside, a small black duffel bag. No baby. No voice. Emily reached in, her hands trembling. First, a phone. Powered off. Second, Ella's favorite stuffed giraffe, Mr. Boing. Emily gasped. He always slept with her. Rivera powered the phone with a portable charger. It booted slowly. Then buzzed. One video file. He pressed play. Footage began, a close-up of Ella sleeping peacefully in a crib. Her chest rising and falling. The camera panned slowly. Then, off-camera, a voice whispered. You left her. We didn't. She's not gone. She's waiting. You know where to look. Rivera paused the video. You know where to look? Emily's eyes filled with tears. She whispered, Willow Creek. The warehouse stood like a shadow against the early morning fog, decayed brick, shattered windows, a memory from another time. Inside, the air was thick with silence. A single lantern cast a warm glow over the scene. A crib, a rocking chair, soft lullaby music playing from an old cassette deck. Detective Rivera, body armor on, crouched behind a rusted support beam. His radio buzzed. Target confirmed. Gabriel Blake is inside. Visual on the child. No hostiles spotted, but caution advised. Emily sat in a surveillance van outside, eyes glued to a monitor. Ella was there, on screen, in a white Odyssey, humming, looking up at someone just out of view. I'm going in, Rivera whispered. No! Emily's voice broke through the comms. Please, let me go in. She won't run from me. Rivera paused. Then nodded. Emily, wired, heart thundering, stepped through the broken door. She walked slowly toward the lantern-lit space. As she rounded a corner, she saw him. Gabriel Blake. He was calm. Clean. Holding a storybook in one hand. Ella sat in front of him, drawing on the floor with crayon. She's more articulate than you think, Gabriel said without turning. Bright. Curious. Deeply observant. Emily choked back tears. Give me my daughter. Gabriel slowly turned. She's not just yours. She belongs to something purer. I don't care about your delusions. I'm taking her home. He smiled. Home. That place you abandoned her for, in the park. For a text. For a phone call. Emily shook. I made a mistake. That doesn't make you her savior. He stepped forward, Ella between them. You think I'm a villain. But look around you, how many children are raised in chaos? Screaming screens, absent parents, poison in every direction. I remove the noise. I give them peace. By stealing them? Gabriel leaned in. By saving them from the world. I saved you, once. Willow Creek. Emily froze. He stepped back. You don't remember, do you? You were broken. Abused. I saw you. Protected you. You drew pictures of the sky and said it felt heavy. You remember none of it. She swallowed hard. You're insane. Suddenly, Ella looked up. Mama? Emily dropped to her knees. Yes, baby. It's me. Ella waddled into her arms. Gabriel didn't move. Rivera's voice whispered in her earpiece, Get out. Now. Emily held Ella tightly, eyes never leaving Gabriel. As she backed away, he said softly, She'll miss me. Emily exited the building. Seconds later, SWAT breached. Inside, Gabriel was gone. Oh. A week later, Ella's safe at home. Emily and Tyler try to pretend life is normal. Cartoons play. Sippy cups clink. But silence lingers like fog. One night, as Tyler read Ella a bedtime story, she interrupted. Where's the red lady? Tyler blinked. Who, sweetheart? The red lady. She used to sing. Emily turned pale. Ella continued. She said I had a big heart. And she called me Star. But then the man got mad. Emily sat beside her. What man? Ella whispered, the sad man. He said don't tell Mama. Tyler and Emily exchanged looks. Do you know his name? Tyler asked gently. Ella nodded. Gabe. Emily held her daughter close. That night, she couldn't sleep. Instead, she sat watching the hallway, wondering how much of her child's innocence had already been taken. The media had already named it. The Cult of Silence. Gabriel Blake's underground group was suspected in 3 other child disappearances over a decade. The woman's voice on the tape, finally identified as Trina Marsh, a former child welfare worker, was arrested 2 towns over after a sting operation. Trina sat in court with a blank expression. Rivera led the testimony. She was Blake's gatekeeper. She found the eligible children, manipulated the data, then set up the abductions. The courtroom buzzed with anger. Emily testified. She looked like a friend. She sent messages like she was concerned. But she was watching us the entire time. Trina spoke once. She didn't deserve that baby. None of them do. We give those children peace. The judge, visibly shaken, handed down the sentence. Life in prison. No parole. But Blake? Still missing. Oh. 6 months passed. Ella started daycare. Tyler returned to the hospital. Emily published a children's book, the story of a brave baby giraffe named Star who found her way home. One afternoon, Rivera stopped by the Johnson home. I brought someone, he said. A young boy peeked out from behind him. His name is Caleb. Emily gasped. The missing boy, from 2013. Rivera nodded. We found him. With a foster family in Oregon. Blake had staged a fake identity. Caleb remembered everything. The boy, now 17, smiled nervously. I remember you, too. From Willow Creek. You used to draw skies. Emily fought tears. Rivera said, he's been cleared to stay with a guardian. He chose you if you'd want him. Tyler put a hand on Caleb's shoulder. Welcome home. Oh. 2 years later. The Johnson family had grown. Ella, now 3, laughed with Caleb in the yard. Emily's second book became a bestseller. But one day, a package arrived. No return address. Inside, a small envelope. No letter. Just a drawing. A perfect sketch of a baby giraffe beneath a sky of swirling stars. On the back. She still misses the silence. Rivera came the next morning. We traced the paper. Handmade. Only one shop in Vermont carries it. You think it's Blake? Rivera looked tired. We're not sure. But he's alive. And watching. Emily stood on the porch that evening, staring into the woods beyond her backyard. She held Ella tighter that night. And as she fell asleep, her daughter whispered, "I heard him again, Mama. In the dream. He said, 'One day, you'll come back.'" Emily didn't reply. She just turned on every light in the house. And locked the doors. Twice.